looks like we have people already on. Good evening to Wayne Heston King and Bludicus Detects, and also Andrew Tiffin. Good to hear from you all, early birds. We've got more people watching at the moment. I'm just going to wait until I'm a bit early, actually, folks. I do apologise for that. I actually thought I would run over, and it wasn't. I had to put my glasses on to see the time, but mainly on YouTube at the moment. Evening to Southdown Detecting. Andrew Tiffin has mentioned about Wayne Heston King. Makes a change. Oh, they're all coming in. That's fantastic. Good evening, folks. Good evening to everybody. Wayne makes a change for you, waiting rather than me waiting for you. Wayne Heston King and Andrew Tiffin are Team Unearthed members who travel to the Team Unearthed digs together, and the banter is absolutely epic. Southdown Detecting, William Morris, Lawrence Hartley, One Blue Meanie, Martin Davis, and Rob Quince. Good evening to everybody. Hope everybody's okay. And I do have to say at this point, folks, if you can give us a like on Facebook, it won't let us stream to the Facebook group anymore, which is a shame because StreamYard and Facebook took that feature away. So I'm actually streaming tonight from YouTube and the Facebook page, not group, which is a bit different audience. But like I said, everybody's welcome. I have to say, evening to you too, History Unearthed, Darren. Jeff Block as well. Good evening, Jeff. Everybody's jumping in, which is fantastic. We've got mainly people from YouTube and a few from Facebook. I do have to say a happy birthday to Wayne Heston King. I don't even know if Wayne's watching this, but Wayne Heston King was 75 on the weekend. So a massive happy birthday to Wayne. I know he doesn't look it, but it's Wazza is his nickname. What a man. So I'm sure you'll all join in and wish him happy birthday, folks. Bob the Builder. All right, G and Team U. I guess that is Bob the Builder Grant, maybe. Good evening, sir. Right, we're on. We've got quite a few bits and pieces to talk about tonight. That's why I'm doing a live stream, which is always a pleasure to link in with you wonderful people. We used to do live streams quite often, and then we sort of knocked it on the head a little bit due to time constraints. But because we're not detecting this weekend, and I've had a weekend off from fishing, detecting, and everything, which has been bliss. I have to say, it's been bliss. We've been messing about with hens, me and Melanie, today with new drinkers and new feeders, and we've been securing their hutches for winter with tarpaulin sheets over the mesh, and all sorts of weird and wonderful things, which is nice. I hope I'm still detecting at 75. Happy belated birthday. Absolutely. ASMR Scintillating Sounds. Hello to you too. And Mike Richardson's joined us as well. So, yeah, like I said, if you can give us, I don't know if you guys can see that, but in the top corner here, where we are, whoa, there, I can see how many people are on with the love hearts. If you can give us some likes and love hearts, that would be fantastic. I'm going to knock that off on the screen because if I don't knock it off, it'll just stay on. There you go. Brilliant. Yeah, quite a lot to talk about. Where do we start? Right. Okay. So quite a lot of you wonderful people that watch this. He was 76. Sorry, Andrew. He was 76. Mel told me he was 75. So I do apologise. He was 70. He was 76. He'll have me. He will have me for missing a year off. Quite a lot of you people on here are on Facebook, social media, which is a place where I've met a lot of you people, I guess, over the years through various groups and various pages. And I'm not different to anybody else in so much as I follow or partially follow quite a lot of different history groups and things. And if I've got a spare 20 minutes, half an hour after tea, or when Melanie's doing something, I'll have a scroll through. And last week, probably Wednesday or Thursday, I came across a page or group that was linked to Scottish history. Now, this was like a Scottish Historical Society or a historical buildings group, Facebook group page, either or. And I just had a casual scroll through it. Chris Linton, good evening, mate. Oh, Wayne Heston King's on. He's on. Yeah, he's here. Hello, Mr. Hammond, he says. There he is, mate. There he is. So wish him happy birthday, folks. I'm sure you all will. Anyway, going back to this Scottish story. So I'm scrolling through, just half sort of concentrating on a post that showed a historical building, like an abbey or a priory, built in the classical medieval style with the blocks, the sandstone sort of blocks, if you will, limestone sandstone mix. And it appeared that one of these pillars of a corner of one of these ancient buildings had been damaged, and it had a stone removed from the lower part of the pillar. And it looks like it had been removed and either broken or removed and taken away. So whoever had done it had done quite a bit of damage, but not enough to obviously bring the building down, but enough to cause damage which people that were linked or walking or visiting public had obviously seen it and took pictures of it and posted it up on Facebook, of all places. Ernie Holding, good evening to you, sir. And I was reading the comments section of this post with this damaged ancient building, and I couldn't believe some of the things I was reading, that where individuals were blaming metal detectorists for it. I mean, what on earth? It was just unbelievable. Where one guy, I mean, this is like, I don't know, maybe 12 inches off the ground or more, and it had been a bottom section of a stone that had been removed and just left a gap. Now, why on earth would a metal detectorist get the blame for it? Now, here's the thing. 2 or 3 people jumped in and started complaining, saying, oh, yeah, well, I've heard that in ancient times they used to bury the belongings within the bricks and within the walls of ancient buildings, which is there's no way on earth that it was a detectorist, and there's no way on earth that the medieval builders and masons buried their money behind there. There's no reason for them to do it. Even after it was built, they wouldn't have been able to get behind it to do it in the first place. So I was a bit dismayed, and as is my nature, I started frantically typing a message back to this gentleman who had blamed the detectorist first, and then these ladies jumped in and blamed metal detectorists. Oh yes, it happens. They call them nighthawks, all this kind of stuff. And I'm typing this huge. I'm typing up this huge sort of, War and Peace. Having a go, basically at this person, blaming metal detectorists for this. And then I just stopped. I just stopped myself in my tracks, because I was commenting under Unearthed as a business. It was my business page that found it. It wasn't me as an individual. And I thought, well, do I really want to bring Unearthed into disrepute and start getting trolled by all these idiots? And then I thought, well, if I post what I've said, you're going to get backlash, and it's going to cause an argument, and you just get tired of arguing with absolute idiots. So I deleted them. I deleted the sort of the post that I was replying to this guy for, and I'm just wondering if any of you guys saw it. Somebody must have saw what I saw, because there was literally hundreds of people jumping in. There's absolutely no way on earth it was done by a detectorist. This piece, if you will, this block had been taken out either by something hitting it and lodging it out and then been removed or smashed, or some young, I don't know, it could have been just pure vandalism by youths, maybe. I'm not pointing fingers, of course, because you've got to be careful. But the problem there is people read it, and it was because it was a public group and a popular group. Then metal detectorists all of a sudden get this bad name again. And do you know what? We just end up firefighting all the time against these idiots that constantly blame us detectorists. And I'm actually surprised Barford hasn't jumped on it and posted it up and seen it. He probably hasn't seen it yet, but it certainly wasn't done by detectorists. There was no signs of any holes being dug around the area. You know, why would a metal detectorist just tag at the bottom end corner of an ancient building in the middle of night? It's just ridiculous. It was just absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, the question is to everybody out there is, A, have you seen it? And if you haven't seen it, keep an eye out for these sort of things, because some of you guys may be able to get away with it a bit better than I can now, because obviously we can't afford to bring Unearthed into disrepute anymore. And it just makes us look bad because we always seem to be the ones that are firefighting against these idiots. And there's probably more anti-detectorists on there than decent people. And I thought, you know what, it isn't worth getting involved in it. But just keep an eye out for these posts that do the rounds. They were obviously uneducated idiots that thought detectorists had done the damage, but equally, it was the people that commented underneath that worried me even more. You know, blaming Nighthawkers. You know, Nighthawkers are scum, of course, we know that, but it certainly wasn't done by detectorists. So we just got to be a little bit careful about these things, folks. If you do come across it, like it was named Scottish History or Historical Building Society or something around there. Somebody will find it and somebody will see it, and then somebody will probably comment on it. So there you go, folks. That's just one. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Now I'm just going to post up some comments. I'm missing it while I'm rambling on. I heard detectorists cause COVID. These idiots are poison, just spreading obscure accusations, and that's exactly what they were doing. They were obviously uneducated idiots that just wanted to have a pop at detectorists, and then obviously all their little weirdo walkie friends jumped in. Anyway, there you go. Who is Barford? Barford is an archaeologist that's now a taxi driver in Poland that constantly trolls metal detectorists. He's not a particularly nice man to engage with, so hence why not many people do. He sort of ends up rambling to himself. Very educated man, by the way. Barford's resurfaced. Yeah, he's still active out there. He's not been calling me out recently, which is good. Probably maybe 4 or 5 months ago was his last pop. However, he will call me out very soon, folks, because when we reach the dizzy heights of the BBC very soon with our program, he's about to watch it, or one of his minions about to watch it and feed him with the hate and the poison that he spouts. So that's that, folks. Right, just to keep an eye out for this Scottish group, folks. If you are on it or you do see it, you know, feel free to defend the detectorists in a way that you're not going to be getting trolled. But it's something like the Scottish Historical Building Society or Scottish Historical Buildings or something like that. Anyway, there we go. Right. I'm going to now show you something. All right. Okay. First, I've just wrote. It's very unusual for me to write lists down. I do off the top of my head normally, but I've got quite a lot to go through tonight, and I'm going to probably cap it off about 7:30. Because I want you guys to have a relaxing evening, of course. We've got quite a lot of people watching us on. We haven't got many people watching on Facebook, actually, because it does, like I said, it doesn't live stream to the group. Are we on the group or the page now, Mel? It's a page, is it? Last time we live streamed to the Facebook page, we attracted gentlemen from foreign lands that wanted wives or what a wife. Remember that? And I'm surprised.
You're on the page.
We're on the page, and that page usually attracts a wider audience from other countries. And we got a rather interesting one where a guy wanted to come to the UK for a wife.
You offered him me.
I offered him Mel. What was it for?
To marry me.
Yeah, but what was it for in exchange?
I think you just wanted a wife.
Oh, right, okay, offered him Mel.
Offered me.
Rob Quince, yeah, keep liking it if you thought. Wayne's just said if you keep liking the YouTube part, those that are watching on YouTube, if you can press the like button, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? 2 hammers for Rob Quince today. He's doing well. And Wayne Heston King says, well done, Rob. And he's put that up. So he's had 2 hammered, which is good news. Now, those that are on Facebook, again, going back to Facebook, and those that follow Unearthed Detecting TV on YouTube, we've now dedicated a... I've got an itchy nose, Mel. Unitch it. We've got a dedicated Facebook page only just been designed and created this weekend, folks. So if you want to, or you feel like it would be of use, and I think it probably will, if you type in Unearthed Detecting TV on Facebook, it comes up the page. Give us a follow, give us a like, because there will be a lot of content going on there now. This is going to ramp up now over the next few months and years. I should have done it years ago. I never did. It's directly linked to the YouTube channel, where we can showcase finds that we make on the Team Unearthed digs, and myself on my own forays out in the field, which are going to be coming up very soon, thankfully, and also content that won't be shared anywhere else. There'll be a lot of really good information. And, if we grow quick enough, we can do other things on there as well. Things like, I don't know, offers, that sort of thing. So that'll be a very, very interesting page for people to link in with. I think we've had it going up for about a day or two now, and there's probably about 100 followers already, which isn't bad. If I look at the Unearthed page with sort of 15,000 followers, and I look at how long it took for that to get to that level, then we're doing all right. So it'll be interviews with the Team Unearthed members on there as well. You'll meet the team or certain team members if you wish, or like that sort of thing. But it's a really good way of staying abreast of what happens at Unearthed Detecting TV. That page will be around a lot longer now than anything else on the Unearthed scene. So get linked in with it as fast as you can. The other thing is as well, we're getting a lot of messages, and I've had a lot of messages this weekend between messing about with hens and grandkids, which has been real good fun with me and Mel and my son, and other bits and pieces that have been going on this weekend. We've been getting a lot of messages about these new detecting team. What a fine figure of a specimen. May the fines be with you. Now, these are the new detecting T-shirts that have just started being advertised here at Unearthed. There's 2 different types at the moment. There will be more that come online soon, but we seem to have been having. They came out about a week or 2 ago, and people started, wanting them and things. And then this weekend, for whatever reason, these "May the Fines Be With You" T-shirts have took off. Everybody seems to want them, so the message is. Get in quick, because they're running low. We've got, I don't know how many we've got left, maybe a couple of dozen left, I think. Now, Dale's he's got his T-shirt on. Yeah, Dale got one. Here's the thing: the sizes are medium. We can't do small, unfortunately, but the sizes are medium right up to 3XL for the big guys, or the big people, I should say. So they're on the website now. So if you go onto the Unearthed website, you'll see the T-shirts. The other one, I'm going to get Melanie to drag that out because I've got a spare one in a box near me. So I'm going to show you the other type in a minute. But yeah, they're pretty damn good. Andy Tiffin bought the first couple of these T-shirts, and guess what? They brought him good luck. He won the find of the day with it on, or with it in his possession, I should say. So yeah, them T-shirts are good detecting T-shirts. If you like that sort of thing, then it's going to be right up your street. But I don't know what happened from Saturday morning right through this afternoon. I've had that many people messaging me about them. It's been like, where's all this coming from? What size have you got? Have you got any different colours? Have you got black? Yes, we've got black. Black only at the moment. Can you ship to so-and-so? Can you ship? We even had a person from France, a guy from England that lives in France has seen it, and he wants me to ship it over to France for him, which could be a bit tricky due to the costs of the postage. But yeah, we've had lots and lots of interesting information about these T-shirts, folks. So get on the website and get them ordered. Brilliant detecting T-shirts. She's running up and down. There you go. We have got a mad terrier running around today, and Tinker's the last few days has been hyper. I don't know why, whether Mel's putting something in the juice, I don't know. I ordered one for my son, William. Yes, you did. May the fines be with you. He's a massive Star Wars fan and loves Detective. There you go. I just thought it'd be quirky. We looked at different ideas. Me and Mel did a bit of brainstorming, and this one we came up with like a Star Wars theme. May the fines be with you. It's what? Because Mel said because I like Star Wars, but she's a secret Star Wars fan, folks. Yeah, they're very good, William. You'll love it, and he'll love it.
Has he got it?
Melanie said, have you got it yet, William? Or is it, did we not send it out Friday? In Scotland will be a couple of days because of the weekend. Yeah, might turn up tomorrow, William, I think. Fingers crossed. So that is good news. There is some new products coming, folks, as well. I've got to get this off because it's probably the only... Hi, Mia Hampson. Hi there. Do you sell T2 Mind Lab detectors? Now, my son is in a relationship with a lady called Mia, and I think that is her because she's got a picture of my little grandson Ronnie on her Facebook, as you can see, and she's just put, hi there. Do you sell T2 Mind Lab detectors? I do, but they're both separate. They're both totally different machines. One's Mind Lab and one's T2. Mia, very good. I love it. Should be here tomorrow, thank you. But it's what? Daniel probably did, yeah, probably did. I'll blame Daniel for that. Yeah. We've got 45 people watching, mainly from, folks, mainly from. Danny Rushton's laughing at me, so my son's on as well. Should be here tomorrow, folks. Right, okay. So we've got rid of that. Yeah, we have got some new products on the way, and this is probably one of the only platforms I get a chance to showcase some of these new products because if I don't, if you're not a Team Unearthed member and you're not on the digs, then I don't get chances to show people the new stuff that's coming online. But you will notice over the next few months leading up to Christmas that here at Unearthed, we are going to be selling a lot of different things, a lot of bespoke metal detecting accessories, which is the way forward, which is literally the way forward for us. We've got to start selling different things. Diversification is the way forward. Yes, it is. And she's just jumped off there, Mel, and gone. That dog's batty tonight. Is it full moon? No. So I'll be showing you some new finds brushes that are going to be coming very soon that are going to be very interesting for people. So you can actually use these out in the fields. As you find something, you can remove the mud from it very carefully, and there's other things on there as well. So they're going to be quite interesting. The next one is we have had a group of Paul Cleesby. Let's just have a look what Paul's having to say. Evening, Paul. Have you done detecting close to around Furness Abbey, and did you find anything good? I have detected around Furness Abbey, but obviously the grounds and the abbey itself are scheduled sites, so it's no detecting at all. But many years ago, I did gain permission off a farmer that owned some farmland around Furness Abbey, and I found things like pilgrims, badges, medieval coin weights, hammered silver coins, Victorian silver coins, that sort of thing, medieval buckles. So there was a lot of activity around there, and the monks and their workers certainly farmed the fields surrounding Furness Abbey. But you've got to sort of pick and choose the right ones. Totally changed now because a lot of it's been sort of built on, and there's a lot of it being changed hands and things. So, likes are on 20. Yes, we're getting there. We're getting there. Right. Okay. So that, yes, Paul, is the answer. Will we be doing any more T-shirts? Yeah, we're going to be doing different T-shirts. Once this batch of T-shirts disappears, and they're going to go quick because there's that many people purchasing them at the moment, we are looking at doing other ones. But the emblems or the motifs, we don't know what they're going to be yet. Rain. Hi, Percy. Good to hear from you at the Mercian Metal Detecting group. And we've got quite a lot of people linking in now via YouTube, mainly YouTube and a few on Facebook. The next one is Team Unearthed. Now, we mentioned Team Unearthed quite a lot on it, and lots of you individuals follow Team Unearthed because we are not the same as anyone else. We're a bit of a unique group. Now, because of retirement and people sort of coming out of the hobby, if you will, we had a batch of places available for people to fill. I thought Mel was pulling faces at me, but she wasn't. That dog's off its head, isn't it? It needs one of them calming things. I don't know. Tings, come here. Tings, what's this? Come here, Tings. No, the dog's raged. We've got a staircase here, and it stood on the top of the stairs, peering down at me. So we had a window of opportunity for people to join Team Unearthed. Now, those that know Team Unearthed, we are a group of handpicked detectorists that formed this team of avid history searchers that venture off into farmland and find all sorts of weird and wonderful things. And we showcase that through the lens of a camera onto YouTube and show people what we find. And you know, it's gathered momentum so much these last few years. It's unbelievable. People are now asking me questions about Team Unearthed members, which is fantastic. You know, they're asking questions about certain individuals within the group, Wazza, all sorts of people, Shirley, Kate, Noodle, Ricky, you know, lots and lots of different ones, Andrew, and Jackie from Blue Dickers Detects, and the list goes on. I don't want to leave anybody out. But we did have a batch of places available. Now we have had some new Team Unearthed members join us on the last dig a couple of weeks ago that fitted in very well, and we look forward to welcoming them in the future. But there is probably a couple of spaces still left, looking at the numbers. So if you're a customer of Unearthed and you bought your detector and you follow us and support us, get in touch, because that means there will be potentially a space available for you to join the mighty Team Unearthed. Now, just remember, we're not commercial rallies. We're not these, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people flying all over the fields, you know, talking to each other or whatever and having a good crack, which is great. We're a very, very dedicated team of detectorists that want to uncover history for the landowners, etc., etc. So, and it works really well. Just drop me an email, uneartheduk@gmail.com. We're strict, very, very strict, but we're fair, very fair people. We just don't suffer too many fools. So that's that, which is also pretty good. Now the other thing on the separate side of that is there is a lot of activity now in the world of metal detecting with regards to organised digs, rallies, commercial digs, and such like. There seems to be every week a different group setting up somewhere doing rallies and organised digs, and they're not easy to do. If you're going to do them right, you've got to do them right. If you're going to do it half-assed, as I call it, it ain't going to work, because you only have to invite the wrong type of people onto the digs, then it all falls apart. But it's good. It's good that people have the opportunity to join some of it, because some very, very good dig groups in the UK. You know, some of them are very, very dedicated and do the job right. And then there's the other side of the coin that just do it for a commercial money spinner and a quick buck, which I'm completely against. So you know, those that do follow Unearthed on Unearthed Detecting TV and Team Unearthed, there is going to be a lot more interaction and a lot more digs coming, hopefully between now and, you know, next spring, if you will. Unfortunately, some of the farms that we had, or some of the land that we had lined up to hit Team Unearthed this year before Christmas have been cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances, landowners having problems with access to certain areas, because a lot of the detection we do is quite remote, so there's no postcode. It's not actually linked to a farm. It might be a farm that owns land 5 miles away, and for whatever reason, it might be very difficult for us to get access to it, to park and organise a dig from it. So we have had today, we've had a really good site cancelled, but that'll be on hold until next year, hopefully, and we can get back on, which is great. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of activity with Team Unearthed this coming 3 to 4, maybe even 5 months, and then we may have a little bit of a rest come late spring, like we did a couple of years ago, and then hit it again later on in the year. Going to comment on some of these comments that are coming up. I see quite a few negative comments about the Rodney Cook Memorial Rally. See, I like I don't attend these big rallies. They're not for me. I can't think of anything worse. However, I think the Rodney Cook Rally is a good one for the reason being that it raises money for charity, which is a really good cause. So I think I might be sticking my neck out here because some of you guys will know better than me that attend it. I think, put my neck on the block, I think detecting takes a second place with some of these organised charity digs, and it's all about maybe you're doing a bit of networking with your mates or meeting your mate that you met last year, having a crack about detecting, going out to do a bit of detecting, but obviously a focus on raising money for whatever chosen charity it was. So I'm quite relaxed about that. Some of them though, some of the big ones, I'm not at all. Ernie Holding, good evening to you, Ernie. For all the hoo-ha about the Rodney Cook and what was found, there was more than 20,000 hours of detecting done. There will be fines, stands to reason. Yeah, I just think it's I just think at the end of the day, it's a good charity thing. I think the people that are organising it do it for that reason. There's a lot of big commercial digs that will put rallies on, and they won't recce the land. They won't look at the land before the event starts, or they might have done it 8 weeks earlier. And then they get there and the grass is sort of this long, or there's a meadow with knee-high flowers in it, or there might be green waste, or there might be whatever. The conditions have got to be right for detectorists. So the detectorists, rightly so, if they paid the money, will kick off about it. People expect to find things in these rallies. It's just detecting anyway. If you're not guaranteed anything, it's about the atmosphere. The social events, really. Yeah, no, I mean, some of them do find a lot of nice things. I think the one this weekend have found some nice bits and pieces. I know I've asked before, boss, do you think we'll get any more coin display cases? Yeah, we will. The ones, in fact, actually, Martin, I have got some. We were doing a bit of a stock check at the week, no, not before the weekend, last sort of Thursday, Friday, and I stumbled across some. I'll bring them to the next Team Unearthed dig, and you can have them. You can have them, mate. I don't expect any money for them. You can just have them. Ricky Shimmin, good evening to you, sir. I guess you've been fossil hunting or detecting a bit today, Ricky. It's great to see that the group digs are growing over here in Northern Ireland too. We've had a bumpy past in terms of detecting, but the future's looking good. There you go. That's South Down detecting. That's good news. And do you know what as well? Some of the Irish are the nicest, the most welcoming people on the planet. All our Irish customers are the nicest, and Melanie will back me up here, they're the nicest people that you'll ever meet. They're just wonderful. They're just wonderful people. So hi Ricky from Ludicrous Detects. Am I ever going to bring back detected tales? Not necessarily, Andrew. I think they were a good idea because it was in lockdown, wasn't it? I think it was COVID. When the COVID struck us, we just sat there thinking what we're going to do. We couldn't go anywhere apart from feed the sheep.
Oh, our cat used to come with us and he died.
What?
Our cat came with us, didn't he, all the way up there to the church?
Oh yeah, we did one. We did a walking detecting tale once, didn't we? Where we did, and our cat followed us. Yeah, which was a bit weird. Anyway, and Melanie just said it died. There you go, folks. Not that you wanted to know that, but it did.
And I'm not allowed a kitten.
And Melanie's not allowed a kitten. Honest to God. So here's the thing. She's got 2 dogs, right? 2 dogs, Rufus and Tinker. She's got, how many hens have you got? 13 hens. How many?
Oh, no, the hog took
How many have you got? Hens. 12 hens and 11 sheep. Now, so I think that's, and a tame jackdaw that she's took. And 2 pigeons that she's tamed. She tamed 2 wood pigeons. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's all crazy. No wonder I'm driving myself insane. Bill Leyland, good to see Bill. Sorry I'm late. Don't worry about it, mate. What is the most sentimental thing I ever found? I found a pair of silver false teeth with gold inlays once. Not that they were mine or sentimental to me, but they would have been sentimental to somebody, I guess. It's time for another legendary Unearthed ticket draw. We started that off, didn't we? And now look where it started. Look where it's ended now. There's all these live draws and Facebook raffles kicking on. And the Unearthed, we did it thinking we were doing the right thing, and then we created a monster, and everybody else took it over. So, gonna have to be careful, mate, with them. But we could do it. I mean, whether I've got the energy to do the draw myself, but we'd like to do it independently. You see, I remember Lee Griffiths; she was brilliant at doing it. Absolutely awesome. What is the second? How is the second book coming on? Wow, interesting, mate. Because me and Melanie mentioned about the book today, and it's going to be it's some of the chapters will be finished this week. That's all I'm going to say on it. Hello, where my friend. I love cats. Rain says she loves cats. She loves cats. Oh. Melanie loves cats. She'd have hundreds of cats. If I wasn't around for whatever reason, Melanie would have 40. How many? 40 cats. I mean, what the hell? Honestly, God. It's just honest. I definitely need to lie down in a dark room. 40 cats. I mean, how would you get, you know what I mean? She's batty. She's a batty cat woman. 52 people, 55 people watching now, mainly from YouTube. If you can give us the thumbs up on YouTube, folks, that would be absolutely awesome. But not only the thumbs up on Facebook, YouTube, give us it on Facebook as well. Kurt Upton's on, and Jimbo, who had a hammered coin today. Where we at? Lots of people jumping in now, which is good news. Good evening, you grand folk. Hope you're well. Sorry, I'm late from Jim. He's a hammered man today. Kurt Upton's joined us, which is always a pleasure. Bill says, don't worry, Graham. Evening to you, Jax. Don't worry, Graham. We have 9 dogs. The thing is, Bill, I quite like animals. You know, I'm a bit of an animal lover myself. I don't mind the company of animals. In fact, I find the company of animals quite a lot better than humans sometimes. For whatever reason. I think I've been dehumanized over the years because I've met that many idiots over the years. I think I just quite like the company of animals now, but they are very tiring. That's the problem. If you have too many animals, you can't organize anything. What have we got? Right, so talking about fines and things, just while you're watching, folks, I'm going to show you it for another time. They are now online. The May the Fines Be With You t-shirt. And there's other ones. Mel, can you get me the other one out of there, please? Because I did promise people to see it. And people are asking where it is. Just about fines, folks. There has been a significant discovery with a detectorist by one of the Team Unearthed members.
If we sell 5, can I have a kitten?
What?
5 people buy a t-shirt.
Did anybody hear that? Melanie's just brought the other type of t-shirts over, which are quite quirky. Yeah.
That might actually go back to front on there.
No, it doesn't. Call me 007. Now, some of you folks out there have been buying these more than the ones I've got on, because what they do, they relate with the YouTube bit, especially here in Cumbria in the north, where it seems to be YouTube central. That's the other type of t-shirt, folks. Call me 007. No coins, no artifacts, 7 YouTubes. Melanie's actually just said, if we can sell 5 t-shirts, what did you say? If we sell 5 t-shirts tonight, can she have a kitten? Not a chance, mate. Not a hope. 6 maybe. No. That's funny. So Bill's got 6 dogs. No, sorry, 9 dogs. We thought about that, mate. It's getting them produced at the right cost. A lot of these things that we get produced cost a lot of money. Like the t-shirts cost. These t-shirts cost quite a few quid to get made and designed and printed. And we had to get the print on these that doesn't wear off and wash off. It's a special kind of print on it that lasts a long time. That sort of print. It's not that cheap stuff that washes off like you get abroad. Nice try, Mel from Dale. There you go.
Oh, he's got a lovely cat.
Dale's got a lovely cat. Has he? Yeah. Right, okay. He's as daft as you then. So there has been a significant find, folks, in Cumbria made by one of the Team Unearthed members, and it is Jackie and Chris. Chris found it, and it is a gold artifact from the Bronze Age, Iron Age period, which looks like it had been a ribbon talk at some point. I think that will it will certainly hit the regional press at some point. maybe not this year, maybe next year, well, by the time it goes through the Treasure Act and things. But it just goes to show what is lying around. Chris, when he found it, and he won't mind me saying this, he didn't know what it was and not discarded it, but it was only when Jackie said, hey, look, hang on a minute, what's that? That looks to me to be gold, and it was gold. And then Chris did the right thing by putting it through the treasure process. Now, the good thing about that is that it's a significant piece of history that's been discovered here in Cumbria, of all places, and it just shows you the presence of the huge Bronze Age population of the county. I think they've grossly miscalculated the vast number of Bronze Age people that were actually here in that period. Evening, Graham and the team, saying hi all the way from Disney Animal Kingdom in sunny Florida. There you go. Can't be bad. I bet the weather's a lot better there than it is here. Where we at? Are the t-shirts something about are the t-shirts true to size, or would you go for a bigger size? No, I wouldn't, mate. They're a really good fit. So if you're a large, the large will fit you perfectly. They're not. They're not. I mean, I'm a big guy, but this, I don't know what this is. What I've got on extra large, double XL. The triple XL would swamp me, I think. But yeah, that's a crack with it. So like I said, this significant find. I think it is significant. I think it's a very, very interesting find. I mean, it's not every day you go out detecting and you come back with a gold ribbon torque from the Bronze Age, Iron Age period, and that's exactly what Chris did. So, but the word of caution is that, you know, when you do find things, don't not disregard them, but make sure that you keep them safe, because, you know, people are coming home with, you read it on the press all over the country that people thought, you know, what they found was, which is a significant discovery from whatever period it was, that they thought it was a bit of old whatever, and not discarded it, but we're going to discard it. It's always the right thing to do, is keep everything until you get home and have a proper look at it. Full half, how are you, sir? From Canada. Yes, good man. Good to see you. Just bear with me, full half. Mel, can you do me a huge favour and get me a bottle of that stuff? Thanks, Mel. The clear stuff. Mel's actually in the distance, pretending to be a cat, going like this. It's unbelievable. She did some sort of weird cat thing, and what? And meowed and meowed like a cat, and meowed like a cat. There you go. Do you know what? Still, Mel. Nothing like a great find. Okay, my friend. Great listening to you, Jay. I've got a meeting with Northwest Reform UK until our next swinging session, Grant. Good to see you, mate. And the talk was found and handed in with the week. It certainly was. It was done all correctly. I just think it's an amazing find. I think it's one of these discoveries that are going to. It'll be interesting to see if they actually, at some point, because that will be claimed by the Treasure Act, and the Tully House Museum, I guess, will want it. But it'll be interesting to see if they restore it to its former shape. That would be something else, wouldn't it? And have it on display with the blurb underneath saying it was found by a detectorist, because not many of these museums, or not enough of these museums, do it. And I think it's an absolute disgrace. There should be something put into the Treasure Act that when detectorists hand in really special objects, like Chris's talk, that the detectorist is mentioned. It's almost like, you know, oh, we've got this, and this is from this period, and it's an extremely rare find, but never any mention about the detectorist that did all the hard work and found it. It's an absolute disgrace. And Mel's still doing cat signals in the background, which is just loopy. Those that know me know that I'm telling the truth. Glad to see you found a thimble.
No, I won't be doing that. And I'll just get a cat.
Sorry, a bit late. Hi all. Hi Mel. And Dave Reed's put a cat symbol now. So we've got Dave on, and we've got Lawrence. Donated items should be credited as well. Absolutely, Lawrence, you're singing off the same hymn sheet as me, mate. Donated items should be credited, absolutely. If you donate a coin or artifact like some people do, I mean, I remember finding the oldest object that I've ever found, eyes only, that had come up after a storm on the beaches of southern Walney, which was a deer antler from a red deer or an elk, great elk. It was a big. I found some the other day actually. Found a set of antlers the other day when I was fishing. Probably not as old as this one though, and the carbon dated it to something like 4,500, 5,000 year old or more. They put it in a time span of 4.5 to 5 to 10,000 years old. Great elk. So I thought, well, wow, that's an amazing find. Showed me friends it, showed me family it, as you do. And I had it in a bag wrapped in my shed, kept it safe. And then I had this brainwave of donating it to the local museum. So I took it down there thinking that they'd go, wow, yeah, we'll have it. No, I'm not interested. No, we don't want that on display. I thought, well, why wouldn't you have something like that on display? They haven't got anything of that nature, or they didn't have at the time. Weren't interested. Tully House Museum want my medieval gold ring that has now been aged as 8th to 11th century. I am pleased with that. Well done, Ernie. Good man. Let her get a kitten. It would be cute. No. Do you know what? I can see me before Christmas literally giving into it.
Kitten season is nearly over. You're running out of time.
Kitten season is nearly over. I'm running out of time. Like I'm running out of time. Just bear with me, folks. I've got to do that. Sorted. Someone was ringing me on my mobile. I will not donate to museums unless it is credited to a responsible metal detector. Absolutely, Bill. Absolutely. I would have mounted the antlers and displayed them myself. Yeah, I should. I may actually still have them somewhere. I've got a sneaky feeling I gave them to somebody that wanted them. I think one of my friends on Walney wanted it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The ones I found, I was fishing on. Was it, when did I go fishing? Friday? No, it was Thursday, wasn't it? With Jack. Me and my son Jack went with Gaz on Thursday, and I found a deer skull with a full. It might have been Wednesday, a full antler, and then the other side was being chewed by a dog. A dog turned up with a fisherman and started chewing on this other antler and broke it off. It would have been a full set of antlers. Peasant detecting. I like the name Peasant detecting, and it's got a medieval figure on the thumbnail. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? I'm very well, and I hope you are well as well. They think we are all rubbish, unfortunately, Bill. Full half. Can I ask if you find much in Canada? I probably asked you before, but wasn't it you that found a hammered coin over in Canada? Elizabeth, possibly. Or am I thinking of somebody else? Nice idea, Bill. I'm going to try that. All it takes is a little bit of print, and it's dead easy to do, isn't it? Anyway, there you go, folks. Just a bit crazy, isn't it? Let me just itch my eye. There you go. I'm just waiting for a response for that one. Andrew Allen's just treated himself to a T-shirt. As I'm speaking, my phone's going, people are buying. Who can blame him? Because they are the #1 detecting T-shirts out there, and their dog's still kicking off. Crazy. You'll have a kitten on your lap in the next live, mate. These women are persistent creatures. There you go, Mel. You're a persistent creature.
I am.
She is, apparently. The thing is with a kitten, it might be a difficult situation to have with this crazy terrier that we've got, remember, because that terrier is just triggered. Tinks, come here. No, she won't come. Usually she comes over to me, but she's coming. Anyway, so yeah, kittens, dogs. And that, honest to God. Rufus, come here. Put it on here. There she is, folks. Super Tinks. There she is. Look how triggered she is. It's almost like these. Oh, Rufus is. There's no one even here. She's on high alert. Look, she thinks there's robbers going to break into the house. Rufus. If anyone, there you go. Right, not me. What colour do you want? I'm not talking about cats. Not me. Marlon found a 1907 quarter. hoarder.
She's not right.
Found a 1907 quarter hoarder found a Roman coin in the US. Did you find a Roman coin in the US? Is that what you're saying? That's interesting. No, Lawrence, we don't want a 20-year-old cat, mate, who starts screaming at the first light every day. No, the triggered creatures. What's up? There's Tinks, folks. What a belt she is. She is. She's a good dog. She's been one of the best terriers I've ever had. But because she's had she got, I don't know. She's had stitches in her eye anyway, just here. Just there. She had a big, like, black bag that formed under her eye, and it popped and all bled all over her face. We went to take it to the vet. She got it cut out. I'm not telling you how much it cost, but she's had stitches in her eye and she's all right now. We've got ghosts. We have got ghosts, mate. We've got a ghost in the house. This house is 400-year-old, probably, roughly around about that period. And there is a ghost called Maud that haunts all these cottages along here. Usually you smell her before you see her. It's like a smell of perfume. I'm not into all that ridiculous hocus pocus, but the things that have gone on in this house makes you think that there is paranormal activity. There you go. How old is she? The Dunholm detective. She is a Plummer Terrier, and she is 7. 7. And she's on high alert. Look, tonight for some reason she's proper on. Oh, you can see. I'm not saying anything. She's on proper alert, and I don't know why. She's picked up something, some sense of something. Look. Honestly, God, crazy animal. She doesn't know she's on telly, but she is. And she's in front of 50-odd people. There you go. You're in front of 50-odd people, Tinks. And then when it goes off the live stream, this continues on YouTube, and you might get 500 views. So there's been some significant finds. She's sensing that the T-shirts are flying off the shelves. She probably is. It's funny the situation with these T-shirts, though, because you can come up with this idea that you think that the detecting community would enjoy wearing, like I do. I wear this one. And you come up with these quirky ideas and think, well, they'll sell. People will buy them, because we are a detecting outlet. So our only form of income, me and Melanie, is to keep a roof over his head and our wages is selling metal detectors and accessories. So we thought about it and thought, these going to sell. We got them. I think we sold 4 or 5, didn't we? And then everything just went quiet. What's going on? And then this weekend, everybody's wanted them. It's crazy. Rufus Tinker is a TV star. She is. You can just see there. That's where she had the stitches. The stitches are still in there, by the way. My terrier, Rufus. Rufus is the dog needs a kitten called Shaka Khan. Rufus is massive. He's the laziest lurcher that you've ever met. He's just sitting over there. You never hear a thing off Rufus apart from 4 o'clock in the morning when Melanie gets up at 4 every day because she's a bit weird. She has to go out with the dogs at sort of. What time do you go out with the dogs at? 4:30 every day. I mean, who goes out at 4:30 with dogs? But she does. And she goes down to the local post office. No, she goes down to the local newsagents in the town, which is about a 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk or whatever, because he opens up around about that time. And she goes in there, there's a bit of a crack, and he feeds these idiot dogs bones, little chews and that. So he gets very excited before he goes, and that's the only time you ever see him excited. Ernie Holding has just said, if you can smell this ghost before you see it, Mel is in the vicinity. It's a very strong smell of like Victorian perfume, isn't it? Oh, if I tell you, I had my son living here with me for a short period many, many years ago. And he was I was in the front bedroom and he was in the back bedroom. And I was just reading a book and just falling off to sleep. And he shouted through, "Dad, did you hear that noise?" And I went, "Yeah, I did, son. I thought it was you." "No," he said, I thought it was you, Dad. What is it?" He come out the bedroom at the same time as I did. We both come down the stairs to find that the kitchen door had been swung wide open, which is a big old oak door. And the light shade on the ceiling had been pulled off and was still swinging like this. I mean, I don't get freaked out. I'm not that sort of person that get freaked out about anything. But when you get that that sensation on the back of your... I'm going to put her down because she's doing me. Go on, go. When you get the sensation that you get, I don't know what that standing on the hairs thing is. I don't know what that is, whether it's a sixth sense or something, or it's just a sense. But that did freak me a little bit. And then sometime after, we had a bookshelf at the top of the stairs full of old ancient detecting books and history books and all sorts of weird and wonderful books. And this book come out of the bookshelf and bounced all the way down the stairs and landed open, didn't it, on the bottom of the stairs. I'm like, what? Now there's no real explanation.
That book down. It's always that book that you threw down.
Yeah, it was always the same book, wasn't it?
Yeah, no matter where you put it.
No matter where, yeah. So we got rid of the bookcase in the end, and all the books have gone. Well, they haven't gone, but I've moved them. But there's no rational explanation for that book to fly out of that bookcase in such a way that only that book out of what, 100? More than 100 books just came. Just weird. Oh, that one we lost the key. And we lost the key to the stable door. And it turned up on the fridge or in the fridge.
We got a new fridge.
We got a new fridge, and the key turned up in the fridge. There you go. So we had a stable door that opened, top bit opened on its own, or the whole lot opened, or you could lock this and you could lock that. And we lost it. And then we got a new fridge freezer. And when Melanie opened the fridge freezer, that key was in the top part of the fridge, wasn't it? Top shelf of the fridge. Sometime later. I mean, what the hell? And there was a tobacco. There was a tobacco and jeans crack that was weird. That I bought a new pair of jeans and we folded them up and left them for me to wear the next day. I think that's the story. Couldn't find them or something like that. And when we found them, they had to. Oh, forget it.
You couldn't find them. Then you came downstairs.
I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them. And then we did find them for weeks, and then we found them folded up on the settee. And inside the pocket was tobacco, and chewing tobacco. That was it.
And they were filthy.
And
there was only us in the house.
And there was only us in the house. And now chewing tobacco, I don't chew tobacco. I don't even smoke. So there you go. Work that out. But weirdly, I know it sounds really weird. It doesn't bother you. Do you know what I mean? I have this. You sometimes think that there's lots and lots of different stories that I've gone over the years, but. Doesn't bother, it doesn't really bother you. I know it sounds crazy because some people, I wouldn't like to live in that house, but it doesn't bother you. Oh, hey, we've got James on now. James, this is interesting, folks. This has been a good crack tonight. James, great guy, James. James is our old next door neighbour, folks.
Oh yes.
Now James lived in the really old house, the farmhouse next door, and these houses were these cottages. Yeah, these cottages were. This was a tailor's cottage and a grain. It used to have grain and stuff upstairs in the 1700s and 1800s. James actually lived in the cottage that way, which was the old farmhouse, which is probably the oldest. I think that's Elizabethan. And James had just said, "I remember Maud from back at the cottage at Goose Green, doors opening and hearing footsteps up the stairs and all the perfume smells in the cottage." There you go. It is weird, mate. Honestly, that perfume smell. I used to get it. I remember coming home on the drink one night. I lived here on my own for quite a long time. And I came home one night from being out on the drink. It was summer. So it wasn't fully dark. It was probably June, July. And even then, even if it was 1 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't fully get pitch black. And I can just remember walking down the road and I got right at the corner by the Brown Cow pub. I got the strong smell of this old perfume, really strong smell. And I'm going, I'm sobering up at this point. And I'm smelling it, and I smelled it all the way down, and I got to my back door, and I kid you not, the smell, as soon as I got to the back door, the smell had gone. Weird, but that's good, James. Look at that. I hope you're doing well, mate. I've not seen you for some time, and I tell you what, we don't half miss you, mate. I wish you could move back down here, because the problems we're having down here is unbelievable. Anyway, there you go. We'll leave that where it is. It's crazy down here now, mate, since you've left. There's more cars than ever and more people than ever. I'd move house. It's not that. Do you know what? It doesn't, whatever the presence is or whatever, they call it Maud. It was some woman that lived in these cottages in the 1800s, and I don't know what happened. She was a serving. Yeah. They used to stop. It was a serving wench. Did you say serving wench?
I did say
serving wench.
She was
I hope you're not Maud reincarnated, Mel.
No.
All right. That didn't go down very well.
Used to look-
She used to work in the Brown Cow. The Brown Cow's been there since 1300s. It's an ancient inn on the route here to the church and the castle, which is just
it
here.
used to stop. It used to be a carriage stop over, didn't it?
And it's something to do with that. You're making it up as you go along.
I'm not brilliant.
I'm sure you bloody are, Mel. Anyway, there you go. So there you go, folks. A bit of ghostly stuff going on. But for some reason, that dog is on hyper alert tonight. She's sat there now on the back of the settee, staring out the windows. So there's something going on. So yeah, Full Half said he could use a serving wench. We're going to keep it clean, folks, but I have to laugh. But anyway, there's a bit of ghostly activity. But you're right. You just don't know. I mean, you can't rule anything out, can you? And what do we know? We're only human, aren't we? We've only got like an average-sized brain in this skull. Anything could be going on that we're not aware of. But yeah, anything. What we got, folks? We've got half an hour left, so we've got 30 minutes. 30. You can talk about anything you want, folks. In the next half hour, anything could happen. We're dropping in numbers because obviously people are probably thinking we're either a little bit scared or a little bit, whatever. But yeah, we've got 40 people watching. I'm just going to knock this phone off because it keeps ringing all the time. I haven't got a clue why. Don't know. Don't know, detector. I believe in ghosts, but that kind of thing would spook many folk. I don't believe in ghosts, but that kind of thing would spook many folk. Yeah, no, it's not spooky. I had a poltergeist experience with contact. It is a bit weird, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's all a bit odd. I just think there's weird stuff that goes on sometimes. It's a bit of a, especially when I suppose, especially when you live in these old places. I mean, this place is just too old now. It needs a lot of work doing. I mean, it's beyond me now, this place. But you think about the activity that must have gone on in this particular building over the years. Even some of the old cottages around here, they're absolutely ancient. Some of them, people don't realise how old they are. They'll have the deeds that go back to say 1840, but that particular property will have foundations way back. And they used to build houses up on top of houses, if that makes sense. And there would have been probably an older dwelling here, even. Where's Derek Okora when you need him? I remember Derek Okora. He was turned out to be a bit of a fraud. Not that I watched, what was it called? Most Haunted. But I always remember watching a snippet on telly about him going, hang on, it's coming. It's a baboon. It's a monkey. I mean, what the hell was that? It's so hilariously cheesy. It was unbelievable. And I think that thing's coming back on because I've seen on TikTok, or I was scrolling through TikTok recently, that Most Haunted's coming back with that lady Fielding, is it? Yvette Fielding. Here he is, folks. The man himself, the border raider, right there. Where we are, there. Him. Now, John Branner, let me just mention about John Branner. He travels from Scotland. He's a cherished Team Unearthed member. In fact, he's one of the founding members of Team Unearthed. He's been with us probably since day one. He has hit a purple patch lately where he can't stop finding things. He's been the winner of Team Unearthed badges on multiple occasions. And actually, well, I mentioned that. We have got some new ones, folks. We have got some new ones. Now, the reason why I bring these out is because those that have won, answer the phone. Answer the phone, Graham. It may be Maud. It's not somebody that I know. It's just a mobile number that was ringing. So yeah, it could be. Imagine that if you picked it up and it just was like a strange noise at the other end. That would freak you out, wouldn't it? Here's Mike Richardson with one. Look, before I carry on, we had a medium attend the house I rebuilt as the spirit got quite nasty. Wasn't Maud active when people did things in the houses around here at one time? When we got a new roof on, wasn't it?
Oh, it's when we got a new kitchen in.
New kitchen, new bathroom, a new roof. And it was
decorated as well, and she hated that, didn't
decorated, yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, no, it's weird, Mike. Anyway, going back to Bob, how are you, Bob Pop? There's a lot of names on here tonight that I've not recognised. But going back to this gentleman, where we are. Now, John travels quite far to the Team Unearthed digs. He's been with us from almost day one. And he's been winning a lot of the Unearthed badges. And he's hit a purple patch, folks, where he's been winning quite a lot of Team Unearthed events. And also, he's had Viking, he's had gold, he's had hammered coins, he's had all sorts of weird and wonderful things this year already. And these are the new Team Unearthed badges, so on ones. So these replace like the cotton ones that people had to stitch on. These actually iron on. So the winners of any Team Unearthed event from now onwards, if that makes sense, are going to have one of these instead of the old type. These are the new iron-on ones, which I think are better. Although, saying that, yeah, we've got enough to last us a year. And I'll have to get some more. They're extremely costly, believe it or not. Extremely costly to produce. You won't think so, but they are. We had a music, evening radio. We've got lots of different things talking about. Thank you from John. Great guy, John, by the way. Great guy. Loves his detecting. Always has his head down. Always looking for a river. Always looking for a river. I shouldn't say that. But on a serious note, he really does enjoy his detecting, and he does very well. Very posh, yes, absolutely, yes. Well done on the hammered, Andrew Tiffin said to Jim. I think Jim got a half groat today, didn't he? And we've had a few more finds coming up. Anybody made any finds this weekend? Let us know, because we've got 25 minutes left, folks. Anything that you want to talk about, do it. Let's get it out there in the open and discuss it. Going back to the ghost thing, I had somebody in this house once that came in and said that he saw a smoky mist come down the stairs once and did one. Went, there you go. So there has been a lot of activity. And Mel, I was going to make something up about Mel, but I'm not going to. No. Has John got a YouTube? Pardon?
Cats keep ghosts away.
Oh my! Did you hear that? I don't know if you can pick up the audio in the background, but cats keep ghosts away. Mel reckons. They absorb spirit energy. Wow. I mean, she's trying every trick in the book to get a bloody cat. She doesn't realise that triggered dog Tinker that I've just had on my knee a minute ago would bloody go mad. She doesn't like cats. Anyway, should I recommend the X-Terror? Oh, mate, what a machine that is. Got a problem with the X-Terror. I'll tell you that now. Nice try, Mel, from William Morris.
Thank you, William.
Thank you, William. It was a nice try. I had a nice a nice silver thimble this week from Jackie. Jackie actually attended the Team Unearthed dig. Was it last Sunday, Jackie? Wasn't it? Yeah, last Sunday. And she got 3 hammered and a part of a spur. Oh, no, she got 2 hammered, sorry, and a part of a spur. She did very well. Got an Eddie half cut. Somebody got an Eddie half cut. Got an Eddie half cut up last weekend, which is always nice. You can't beat a half cut. We've had some corking videos. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think some of our I mean, I'm biased, remember, folks. I mean, I don't watch too many YouTube videos of other people, and I don't mean to sound that to be disrespectful to anybody. I just don't get time to watch too many videos. I watch Jackie's, I watch Dale's, and a couple more, but I don't get time to do it. I just don't get time to do it, which is a shame. I'll catch up one day. I watch a couple of fishing ones, yeah, a couple of guys that I follow fishing that are very good. But I think some of our Team Unearthed films are pretty damn good. Yeah, I do. I think they're pretty good. We've got a lovely church token today, 1739 from John. And Rain says, well done, Bludicus, which is good. Lawrence, yes, Lawrence. Now, here's a problem. So the not a problem, I suppose it's a nice problem, but the X-Terror Elite is now one of those machines that's been brought out onto the market to plug a particular gap by Minelab. I tested it for the first time when they first came out, and I was that impressed with them machines. I kept one myself, and I've still got it, and I'll keep it. I got rid of my X-Terror Pro for the X-Terror Elite to take its place because I liked it that much. But we're getting people now buying them over higher-end machines. And, you know, I said on the video at the time, this feels like a particular detector that I was using or still am using currently. You've got to be careful what you say, haven't you, in my position, because, you know, people say, well, hang on a minute, you know, you can't go around saying stuff like that. But I'm telling the truth. I've always told the truth about metal detectors, if they're good, bad, or ugly. The X-Terror Elite is every bit as good as machines twice the price. But it causes that problem where the machines that you were selling, the high-end ones, are now sticking and people are favouring the Elite. So there you go, folks. Yes, is the answer. Dry as a bone tonight. And that dog's still triggered. Tonight has been funny. The story of Maud. You know what? We could trigger off Maud tonight. It could quite easily happen. There's just been weird shit happening. Sorry to swear. I know you're not supposed to swear on live streams, but it has been weird shit at times. Like I said, there was a mist that come down. I didn't see it. I caught it at the corner of my eye, but it'd gone by the time But who knows? Who knows what it could be? It could be a genuine sort of reason for it all happening. I don't know. Something that's beyond what we recognise, I guess. Kurt would love to attend and win one of the badges and meet the guy. Kurt, I've always said to you, because you've been a follower and a customer and a friend of Unearthed right from day one, you're always welcome here. If you're ever up here on holiday, you and your wife, and we have a Team Unearthed dig, you're more than welcome to attend it, mate. I'd love to have you on board for a day. You'd love it, and you'd also get on with a lot of the team members. In fact, all of them, because they'd probably know you through Facebook and your posts and your finds that you make, because they'll recognise you from that. But they're all genuinely nice people. So if you're ever on holiday up here, Kurt, and you ever want to tie it in with a dig, just let me know. More than welcome. Percy says from the Mercia metal detector, and I heard Maud is allergic to cats.
Well, I'll kick Maud out.
So she'll kick Maud out, Mel said, but yeah, it's not going to happen, is it? Yvette Fielding will be knocking at my door soon. She won't get in, mate.
They did it at the Brown.
Oh, yeah, they did it. No, I don't think it was her. I think it was somebody else, another ghost detecting group that came. Yeah, I don't know if they found anything. But Derek Akora, that time he found a monkey coming in. He was like giving it this one. He goes, oh, hang on, it's there. I think it's a monkey. I don't look anything like Derek Akora. I look like Derek Akora. Have you heard yourself? You look like a dippy version of Yvette Fielding, mate. And I don't even watch that crap. You used to watch it, because I remember working frantically when I was writing that book way back in 2019. You were watching it on catch-up TV. Yeah, what a lot of rubbish. I love my ex-Terror. Never felt so at one. It's that sort of metal detector, isn't it? It's easy to set, and I found it very stable, that machine. And I know for a fact if I use that out in the field, I'll find exactly the same amount of stuff with it as I will with the Equinox 900. I'm sorry, that might upset a lot of people. It already has upset one or two people that may, for whatever reason, think that the machines are miles apart and they're not. So there you go. I'm going to see what James has got to say. I've not got a clue what it is. Hi, both. To you and advice, please. I found out an archaeological company have not put significant fines on fine report to prior to the developer going in. Yeah, that's a bit naughty, James. It's a bit naughty. I don't know. Here's the thing, James, right? And I know you follow us on Unearthed Detecting TV for some time. A great guy, James. If you've got evidence of that happening, then by all means, you could probably flag that up to the authorities. So, for example, if the Archies come into a development site and find, say, a load of Saxon graves, for example, then by law, they've got to make sure that they record that and make sure that they've got, I guess, that they've got to put in licenses for extensions to dig. I think in certain cases that the development gets put on hold and all sorts of things kick in. So it's quite a complex situation. But if the archaeologists have not put out any significant finds on the finds reports, and now the developers have gone in, that is a situation that could develop into something quite nasty. Yeah, I mean, if you feel strong about it, James, you can always raise that problem with the MP, but it makes you wonder why they haven't put in, it makes you wonder why they haven't put in this, the finds report of the finds that they've made. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? But nothing surprises you in this murky world anymore, because it's just murky in every corner that you look, isn't it? Even metal detecting. So everything this day and age is murky. Yes, we have, mate. They're awesome as well. I mean, they're just such a good machine. They're such a good machine. I like it. I like the look and the colour of them as well. I know it sounds crazy. The archaeologist company now ghosting me. How can I take it further? Yeah, you can actually, if you feel strongly about it, James, if you feel strongly about it, you can actually take it further. I would, like Melanie just said, you could actually contact your MP. You know, if you feel that strongly about it, even your local councillor or something like that. If you feel that strongly about it and you think there's been ill doing or there's ill work going on in the background, then you can actually, do something about it. 12,000-year-old perfectly formed arrow, flint head, and medieval turning stones on the finds report. Yeah, developers, Andrew Tiffin's just said there, and he's probably right. Developers handing out brown envelopes, and Rob Quince mentions that you can probably try your local news outlets. Yeah. Full half. Guess we are lucky somewhat. No such thing in Canada, but no real history or reason for anything like that. Am I right in thinking that Canada goes back earlier than the Americas in the States? Sorry to be a bit vague on that, because outside of the UK and Europe, my history gets a bit crap. What we've got 15 minutes. My yawn prompted me to think we've got 15 minutes left, and it's absolutely hammering down out there with rain. We've got more people watching on YouTube. Again, if you give us the thumbs up on YouTube, guys, just keep banging it. It just makes it more prevalent on YouTube, and the algorithm picks it up and kicks it out there. How do I pay? We're not. Thank you for your advice. Not a problem, James. Not a problem. Listen, keep us posted on that, because that'll be an interesting development, I think. I can remember talking to a guy that used to do a lot of detecting work for archaeologists way down in East Anglia, and some of the things that went on there, when he told me the stories, were a bit like, "Whoa, that isn't right. That certainly isn't right." How do I take part in digs? You've got to be a customer, sir, a loyal customer to Unearthed, and a friend of Unearthed, or a follower, or whatever, supporter. We don't do organised rallies or digs. It's a group of hand-picked team members that form it. Every single person that attends the Unearthed organised digs have bought a detector from Unearthed, and that's a way. It's like a two-way street. It's my way of saying thank you for the custom, but equally we form this team and I get some really good land without blowing my own trumpet, and we make some fantastic finds. That television's just gone off and come back on, to sort of tell you. Thank you for your advice. Not a problem, James. But yeah, keep us posted on that. That will be pretty damn interesting. Remember the Detectress episode with the Roman mosaic? I vaguely remember it. Vaguely, yes. Vaguely. It's God. There was an archaeological dig, and they brought my friend in to detect around the spoil heaps. And as the dig was going in and scraping back the soil, a big black area came to light with animal bones and things. And they told him it was a semi-modern rubbish pit, I think. And he said, "Well, I don't think so. Some of these bones have had butchery marks on them." And there was a signal. He had to put flags in and things in different areas where he got a signal, and the archies would come across and dig these areas out where he'd found a signal. And I think the last signal before they were about to put all the soil and back in, he went, "Hang on a minute, there's a signal there." Dug it out, gold state came up. It just shows you. I do find arrowheads only going back farther in Newfoundland than the US. I'm in Ontario, so 300 years maybe. One farm in the family, 165 years. It's got some age to it. Yeah. Builders should be made to let detectors on their land for 3 months to detect it. Yeah, it'd be a good thing, wouldn't it? So we've got 3 average for me yesterday, including a Spanish Ferdinand and Isabella first for me. That's a good find, mate. Yeah, that's a good find. Very nice indeed. Very nice. I've seen a couple of them come up, but they're not common. It's like the little soldinos, isn't it? The Italian ones. They seem to be coming up in Cumbria quite a lot. And years ago, we never used to find them. We used to find quite a few of them down south. The Venetian soldinos or soldinos. They're coming up quite often now, all over the country. I used to say they'll never be found in Cumbria or up here in the north. Well, they are, and on pasture as well. I think these new modern machines are really making a difference nowadays. So, folks, that is good. It's been a good crack tonight. It really has been a good crack. Just let me recap for the last 15 minutes. We've got these new T-shirts, folks. I'm going to stand up for those that haven't seen it yet. May the fines be with you. Oh, he says, with his back creaking like an old scrot that I am. And the call me 007 T-shirts are available. We've also got the track about the Scottish Facebook historical site that was slagging off detectorists. That was right at the start of this live stream, which is a little bit naughty, I think. I was quite dismayed by some of the comments on there, when clearly it's nothing to do with metal detectorists. If there's any sign of badgers digging holes around historic monuments, the first thing people say is, "Oh, it's a detectorist." It's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I'm not saying, hey, listen, by the way, I'm not sticking up for Nighthawks here, because Nighthawks are, in all due respect, not detectorists. But saying that, these people shouldn't be calling out detectorists when it's nothing to do with them. And we've also got the Facebook page now is open and live for the first time this weekend, and it's the Unearthed Detecting TV Facebook page. Feel free to follow it and like it, because that's going to be a really big player now. We're going to be spending a lot of time that's keeping abreast of Team Unearthed events on there, meeting the team members, looking at the finds. We'll be showcasing a lot of the finds, and the videos will go on there first before, well, not before YouTube, of course, but when they go onto YouTube, that's the first place they'll go. So it's well worth, and we'll be probably doing some competitions if we get enough people following us. Excellent work. I had a Soldino on your dig a month ago. You did, yes. And that particular farm, the Castle Farm, Lawrence, as I call it, we'll have to go back there one day, because there's still quite a lot of good land there to detect. You've just reminded me. I like that farm. I really do like it. I think there's some really hidden gems on there. I think you got that. There was some more hammered. There was a beautiful denarius found, and some really weird and wonderful artifacts as well. I think we've got more information. Information got leaked to archaeologists about Red Row finding, removing and discarding evidence of a Roman road near me a few years ago. They eventually vaguely admitted to it, but it was too late to prove. Yeah, it's just murky, isn't it? It's just murky, mate. Money rules. They don't want to be held back in the developments or anything like that. So what they basically do is just hide things, which is a shame. Right, folks, 9 minutes. 9 minutes left. Can we do it? Can we get some really interesting stuff? We've got more people watching on Facebook now, believe it or not, which is good. Like I said, the Facebook page used to get loads of people watching the live streams on there. But it is what it is. It would probably hold up the building and cost money, absolutely. It's all to do with money. Everything nowadays is linked to money. Anything murky is linked to money. I'm a great believer. If you want to get rich in this life, you've got to be murky, because you can't do it. You cannot get rich by working and grafting in an honest manner. There you go. That's my philosophy on it. That's my thought, and no one will change my mind either. That farm, I got the wee lead dog. No. Oh, I don't. The one that the lead dog that you got the other week, that was sort of like squatted. That wasn't the Castle Farm. That was on a Sunday. This one where we're talking about, where the Soldino came from, was the midweeker. Yeah, that's the midweeker, mate. And I absolutely, Jackie, absolutely. I look at the people that I know that have got money, and a lot of them have a murky past. There you go. It's very, very difficult to make honest money, because basically you think that you get screwed left, right, and centre by the government anyway. They tax the back end out of you. No, yeah. If you've got any cash, they want it, mate. They want a chunk of everything that you make. And the thing is, you wouldn't mind them spending the money through taxes that you raised if they spent it on anything decent. But I don't know a single thing that benefits me through my taxes apart from the NHS, and I don't go to the NHS anyway. Andrew Tiffin, when do you think the next team dig is? I think I'm working on one for next Sunday, maybe the Sunday after. The problem is it's tricky. And the reason why it's tricky is because the farmer is taking the crops off, and he's going to have to get a break in the weather, and the moisture levels in the crops have got to be at a right, what's the word, setting. It's got to be right for him to harvest the fields. And once he's harvested, it will be on, and it's going to be the area where you got your Commonwealth penny on them fields. Not giving anything away for obvious reasons, but that is the area where we're going to be going. There's a lot of land out there, and it's a lot of good land as well, and good soil. Why are digs so popular with farmers and not so much with solo guys? So digs. So you've got 2 or 3 types of digs that go on. You've got club digs that have, say for example, the Loon Valley Club in Lancaster. They've been going for years. They run occasional digs on land around where they live for their members, which is very, which has been successful for years and years. And the members, some of the members might not get access to that land to detect it without being a member of the club. So the club will approach the farmer and say to the farmer, if you allow us to detect on a Saturday or a Sunday, we'll give you X amount of money for letting us on. And all the members are happy, they all chip in, and they have a really good day, they find lots of nice things, and everybody's happy. However, it starts falling down a little bit is when these big commercial outlets and big commercial organised digs come along that make a lot of money, and they ride roughshod over the solo detectorists that have got permission on that said farm. The farmer then says to himself, well, this solo guy's coming on. He's been coming on here for 5 or 6 years now. We only see him occasionally. But this club here is offering me X amount of pounds. I'm going to take the X amount of pounds. And that's where the conflict becomes. So the solo guy potentially loses permission. If he doesn't lose permission, he loses potential fines off the fields that he's detecting on. But at the end of the day, it is the landowner's discretion, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Let me know where we are. Let me know which weekend Wazza is working and put it on that weekend. So you want me to pick the weekend that Wazza's working and to put the Team Unearthed dig on that weekend, right? Okay, mate. He will not be happy at that, Wazza. Behave Tiffin, he's just said. Look, I did notice he got lots of birthday wishes, did Wayne, at the weekend, because he hit a milestone, folks. And Detecting Scotland, hello. Hi, folks. How are you, sir? Good to see you, Detecting Scotland. Hope you're finding nice things up there, and I hope your YouTube channel's doing very well. Okay, it's a bit of banter going on. It's okay, Wazza. I'll sort Andy out. Cheers, Lawrence. It's all kicking off. Right. Okay, folks. We have got literally 4 minutes. People are just, look what happened. Look what happened last time Wayne wasn't with me. Remind me. Oh, you won it. You won the Team Unearthed dig last Sunday with your wonderful find, which was a coin, a gilded coin in a silver brooch mounted. Beautiful find, mate. And you got hammered, I think. Sure you got hammered. Or did you get 2? You've done all right recently, mate. You've had a lot of bad luck, and it's if you have a bit of bad luck, I always think that you're due a bit of good luck as well off the back of it, and your good luck will come, of course. Thanks, my boy. 2 hammered, you did get 2 hammered. I thought you did. Yeah, you thought you did. Yeah, and there's much more hammered to come off those fields. So the fields that we were on last week, if you guys that watch, the Unearthed Detecting TV channel, and you'll see our last film, that where Andy won, those fields are going to get ploughed and flattened, and the farmers agreed to let us on with the seeds in. So he's going to plough it, flatten it, seed it, and let us on just at that time, which is great. I'm currently detecting a field hit by a club with 50 detectors for 8 hours. So far, I found 5 silvers and a couple of very cool 1600s artifacts. Some clubs are useless. I agree. I have detected on fields that have been hammered by, I'm not going to mention the name of the group, but a very large group down in East Anglia that were very active and still are very active. I got permission on a farm that they'd been all over, and I found some amazing when I say amazing, it probably wasn't. It was amazing back then. It probably, hammered pennies, Elizabeth threepences, and sword hangers and things like that, crotal bells. But they missed all that, and that was a weekend dig that they had on it, and it just goes to show that you can't find everything, and these people don't. Got to go to buy some chops for supper. Take care. Great to see you, full half. It really is a pleasure to see you. FLO's interested in the Torridal weight I found last week. I don't know which one that was. Is that little one with the little insert in it, Lawrence? Can't wait for the Team Unearthed dig. Great member, Jim. Absolutely awesome member. He's Jim. Always got a smile on his face. James McGuigan, I've had something similar with a company that I've worked on behalf of a construction company. I contacted the county archaeologist and it was soon sorted. Well, there you go. James will be still watching this, Andrew. So that's good. That's good information. Brilliant chat, my friend. Bringing all like-minded people together. So we're such loners back in nowadays, oh man. Yeah, it's nice to get a good group of people that are like-minded, mate. I found those bits today on previously detected land. There you go. You see, you can't find it all. You can't find it all. I've found stuff on fields where Team Unearthed have been on, and the fields haven't been ploughed, and we've gone back over for a reason to find something that was lost, and I found coins dating back to Edward I period. So yeah, donut shaped. Yes, very interesting little weight, wasn't it? That village, that particular area has produced some amazing weights this last year, the last 6 months. Amazing. Right, folks, time's up. That is it. I'm pretty sure I'll be back on here in about a month's time. So it will be, I don't know. I don't know what that is off full half. I don't know if he donated something to us there. Gifted 5 Unearthed Detecting TV memberships. Don't know. Not sure what that is, folks. I have lost all the comments. Have I? Oh, I have. That's all gone. Right, I'm going to have to end it because I don't know what I've done. I've pressed the button and I can't see anything else going on. Bye for now, folks.